Exchanging some words as Golden State takes the timeout. You had a Swatanabe and then a Katanabe on the other side. Phoenix cuts to three.
I got something that's never been 32s. Single
How much time do I get? And thanks so much for joining us. We're coming on the air tonight with some breaking news.
And this is the kind of breaking news we like to share.
Here he comes. Cave, a fly ball to right field. Over is Carroll. He's got it. And the Arizona Diamondbacks are headed to the World Series. The Diamondbacks have won the National League pennant. And the Fall Classic will return to the desert for the first time in 22 years.
I am so happy for this young team because no one except the players and except the manager and the people in this organization thought they could do it. As fans, we all hoped they could do it, but to go into Philadelphia and win 4 games, that's saying something. Especially the way the Phillies played in the first 2 games there.
Yeah.
I take that back. They didn't win 4 games there.
2 games.
2 games.
Yeah.
But it was just unbelievable, and you just have to feel great as a Diamondbacks fan.
I just got chills watching that final out and the celebration, the players, and they're so excited, and that's what sports is all about. And the impossible is now very much possible, which is so incredible to watch. And they beat a Phillies team twice, game 6 and 7 on the road, a place Phillies had never lost all postseason. This D-backs team is something special.
It really is. All right, we're going to go live now out to Philly where Cameron Cox is live with the celebration. Look at that. Hey, Cam.
And you're looking at these images as they're coming in. Cam, I don't know if you can hear us.
In the trenches, one with killers, we've been getting it in.
I got you, Mark. I got you. I got you, Mark. Let's see if we can grab her. Hey, Merrill Kelly. D-backs celebrating, go back to the World Series. This is going to be this kind of night, man. They said they weren't going to stop partying. Woo! Oh, my goodness. Here, Alec Thomas. Come here, man. Live right here on 12 News. Alex, your whole message the entire time was we're not done yet. How does this feel?
Hey, it feels amazing, but like I said, always, we're not done yet. We still got a ways to go, but we're going to enjoy it right now, and it's amazing.
Take me through this. How did you guys get this done, knocking off the Dodgers and the Phillies?
Together. It took everybody in this clubhouse right here, from front office down, everybody. So it was just amazing, you know. No, it took everybody in this clubhouse, and we went out there together, and it didn't matter who was out there, we were going to get it done.
What about this game and how you guys were able to play today? Corbin getting on the base, everybody contributed.
Yeah, we just got to believe in each other, and that's what we did. I believe in Corbin. Corbin believed in himself today, and, things worked out for us.
I feel like you were the smart one to wear those goggles, man. It stings in the eye.
Yeah, it definitely stings. I'm sorry.
How does it feel to go to the World Series? What's the thought process like?
It feels amazing. I haven't really processed it yet, but I knew this team was capable of big things, and we're just going to enjoy it today and think about it tomorrow.
All right, I heard you say we're not done yet, but come on, give everybody at home a true Alec Thomas. We're not done yet. Come on.
Hey, I think we ain't done yet. I promise we ain't done yet. Let's go.
Alec, congratulations, guys. Alec Thomas, remember, he hit those massive home runs before he was Game 4 in Game 5 as well. A big reason why the D-backs are going back to the World Series. Young guys contributing at massive times for this team when it mattered the most. And now this team is going back to the World Series. Let's keep going around the locker room here. More guys celebrating. Let's see if we can grab here. Hey, Kevin Ginkel, the former U of A Wildcat, live right now on 12 News. Kev, how did it feel to come in that game and dominate like you did?
hopefully I'm making U of A and the state of Arizona proud. So
You talked about your story, 0 scholarships coming out of high school. You talked about your story, 0 scholarships coming out. To be in this moment in the biggest stage of your career, to get it done, what's the thought process like?
Super rewarding, and it's just hard work. Like I said, it's hard work. Never giving up, never quitting, and I'm just so happy, man. The state of Arizona has won in a winner. We're in the stage now where we can hopefully deliver. So we'll see.
What's the feeling like being in the World Series, man?
Insane. It's been since 2001, and
that was a magical run. You guys know.
We had a 3% chance to make the playoffs before the postseason or before the regular season started, and now here we are. And we're in the ship. We're in the World Championship. So I'm excited.
Real quick, take me through that 8th inning to strike out the side like you did. What did you see? What did you feel out there on the mound?
I was just trying to execute my pitches, keep them all balanced, sequence. It's a really good club. It's a really good lineup, and I gotta keep them all balanced.
I think it worked. There we go. Brett Silva behind the camera.
I gotta keep them all balanced. Palm, Stott, Rio Muto. I know I've been throwing the ball well, but I had to go out and execute, and thankfully it worked out that way.
You let out a massive "let's go" that I think everybody heard back in Phoenix, right?
Yeah, that was pure emotion. That's playoff baseball, and I'm just so happy for this team, man. Words can't describe it.
Going to the World Series, Kevin. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Your people's heroes back at home. They're buying your jersey.
Let's go, Tucson, Phoenix. Let's go. Come on.
That one's for you, Darren Urban. Look, check out more of the celebration. Geraldo Perdomo right there with the trophy, passing it along. Guys, this is what it's all about. This team has been waiting a very long time right there. Perdomo with the trophy. Looks like Jake McCarthy celebrating too as well. I think they're taking, what is that, a shot out the trophy? There we go. It's going to be like this all night, guys. All night. They're just going to keep rolling and rolling. We'll have much more from here in the locker room coming up as we'll try to grab more and more players from inside the D-backs winning locker room. They're going back to the World Series, folks. What an unbelievable scene we have here, guys.
Cam, whoever thought that the National League trophy would turn into a beer luge?
I guess that's what it's there for, right? If you're going to be in the moment, you got to use it for that, right?
It's like how many ways can you figure out how to get the beer to slide off of something, right?
Anything goes when you go to the World Series. Yeah.
Damn, such good stuff there.
Don't challenge these guys with a good time. They'll figure something out sooner or later, guys, right? We'll keep going around, bring you more interviews here in just a second.
All right, Cam, get some goggles, though, okay?
I'll tell you, because I've been there before, and Luke, you have that champagne when it goes in your eyes, it stings. It really does. So hopefully.
Hey guys, you got time for one more here? We got Zach Gallen right here. Zach, we talked to you throughout the entire postseason to finally get this done, get to the World Series. I know the job's not done. What were your emotions at the end of the game?
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, our bullpen's been so unbelievable. It was like, I was nervous down there just because there was a potential I could come into the game, but not nervous at all when those guys, it got to our guys. I mean, everyone's counted us out, so we figured let's just play our ball and see what happens.
You're kind of the veteran, the caretaker of this bunch. What's it like to see these guys celebrate like
this? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable to see the guys that, the young guys who had some adversity themselves and had to go down the Reno and recalibrate the system. And I mean, those are the guys that stepped up and had some of the biggest at-bats, biggest pitches of the season. Thus far. So, yeah, unbelievable.
You didn't go in the game, but were you ready to roll?
I was ready to go. Although I think that
and it's still cold.
The bullpen life is not necessary for me, but I was ready to go. However, it was going to go.
How about going back to the World Series? Has that sunk in yet?
Not yet. I'm going to enjoy this right here, like Tori says. We're going to enjoy this for the night. Enjoy the champagne. Enjoy the burning in my eyes. And tomorrow I'll set in and be back to business.
We didn't bring goggles.
I have goggles, but they're too loose. They're not fitting. My head's small, so it didn't work.
Real quick, Brandon Pfaadt, the rookie, for him to go out there. You, Merrill, and him have just set the tone for this team. What did he do today that you like?
Yeah, I mean, I probably sound like a broken record, but I mean, the maturity he showed the last month, 2 months. Like I said, for him to go down and have to recalibrate the system down in Reno, and then he's pitching in the biggest game of our season thus far, and he gives us a chance to win the game. It's unbelievable.
We're live right now on 12news.com. Everybody back there in Arizona, you got a message you want to send to D-back fans about what's coming next?
Yeah, I was super proud of that. The fans that showed up in Thursday, the afternoon game. So we got some more baseball coming back, the most important baseball. So I'm looking forward to seeing the fans at Chase Field, but job's not finished.
Are you ready to roll game one?
Of course I'm ready to go. I didn't pitch tonight, so I'm ready to go. Get my bullpen in and see if I can get us off on a good foot.
I'll see you in Dallas, my friend.
Yeah, sorry, thank you.
Exactly. Zach Gallen, the ace of the D-back staff. He was ready to roll in the bullpen if they needed him tonight. Luckily, guys, it all worked out for the D-backs. They didn't need him. Pretty impressive. Let's see who else we got right here in the locker room. We'll keep moving around, and guys, and trying to find some more people here in just a second, and we'll bring it to you live right here on 12 News.
Cigars. Always a good time. All right, Cam, we're going to let you regroup a little bit. We'll come back to you in just a few minutes. But how great is this? And the thing that I keep thinking about is that 22 years have gone by. A lot of these were just players, were just kids. The last time the D-backs won the World Series or went to the World Series in 2001. I see Tram Mai standing by. She's with the fans. She's been down there all night. And Tram, the fans are sticking around because they want to soak this in, right?
Okay, Mark, I got to be honest with you. I can barely hear you. All I heard was Tram Mai, because it is still so crazy out here, even though the game ended about 40 minutes ago. There were over 400 fans here. There's probably still at least a good 100 left, and I've got two of the biggest ones right here. Mark!
Yes.
You are actually going to the World Series game.
I am going to Game 1 at home and Game 3 at home. Game 3, Game 5 here at Chase Field.
Okay, you guys are looking at the 2019 Fan of the Year.
Yes, that's right. Look at this. I have a autographed Ketel Marte jersey.
Look at that. Look at that. How awesome is that? How did you get that?
MVP. I was just nominated and my name was called and I was able to go to the last game of the year. Ketel comes out of the dugout and hands me the jersey.
And how did you feel?
I was ecstatic. I was in total shock like I am right now because we're going to the World Series.
Yes, you are.
I can't believe this.
I know, this is so awesome.
Yes.
Okay, what makes you the biggest fan of the D-backs?
I am loyal. I've been with them with the bad years. I've been with them with the great years. But I'm still always a Diamondback for life. I will never change my stripes.
Okay, Mark, you have fun rooting on our Diamondbacks in games 1 and 3 of the World Series. Game 1 starting on Friday. Luke, okay, my man, you are a huge D-backs fan.
Biggest D-backs fan in the world. I love this team. They're so inspirational. You know, they went down early in the series. They went through losing streaks throughout the year. They never quit. They never gave up. And look, here we are. We're playing October baseball. We're going to the World Series. I can't believe it. It's absolutely incredible.
Did you even think that they would get this far?
You see, deep down, I knew they would. But when things were looking bleak, I wasn't all too optimistic. But, you know, Zach Gallen, Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll are all-stars. They stepped it up. And now here we are. We're heading to Texas. We're about to get another ring. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's go.
Okay, I cannot believe that he's not born and raised. He's actually from Michigan. What makes you such a huge D-backs fan?
You see, I was a big Tigers fan, you know, but the D-backs are heading in a much better direction. Thanks to our GM, Mike Hazen, best GM in the league. Love the guy. But here we are going to the World Series. We can't do it without him. So let's go, D-backs. We're electric. Let's go.
Oh, Luke, I love it. Okay, all right. I think I'm getting the cue. I got to toss it back to you. I've got so many more interviews. All right, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get back to Tram coming up in a minute, but we want to hear from Tori Lovullo.
Tori Lovullo has really just changed the culture in this Diamondbacks clubhouse. Got to be happy for Tori Lovullo. I'm so proud of what he's done. Let's go to the podium in Philadelphia. Where Tori
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
In mid-August, would you have thought that this was possible?
To be totally honest, no. I thought that was the area of our team that needed a little bit of a bump. And you said mid-August, right? Or did you say mid-July?
About
Yeah,
mid-August, right?
A little bit of a bump. We got guys, we got the pieces, but they hadn't yet shaped or formed. And it took a little time for us to understand what the new roles were and how people were going to be used. And I think once they got to that point where Paul was locking down that ninth and we were filling it in with Kevin, and at the time it was Kyle Nelson, because Andrew Saul Frank wasn't here yet, and then we picked up Thompson. It was one thing after another that fell into the right place, and once they got their roles, they took off. And to come into this environment and stand on a 4-2 lead, and we've done that several times down the stretch, not just in the playoffs. You've got a very capable bullpen. So the pieces were in place, and they started to take it over from there.
Greg. Congratulations.
Thanks, Greg. I appreciate you.
For sure. So what's it mean to you? This is your second time here, right? Or second time in the playoffs.
Yeah.
First time to this level. What's it mean to you, and compare it to last time around in the playoffs?
Yeah, we were in and out of it so quickly in 17. We won that knockout game. I think that was an emotional high. And then, we walked into a very tough Dodger team, and they just washed us out. So it happened so quickly that I never really had a chance to enjoy the experience. It's hard to describe what each day brings. And there's a newness to each day, there's an excitement to each day, and then there's a curiosity to each day. And then when you walk in today for Game 7, there's an anxiousness and a nervousness that takes over, and it's unavoidable. But as I was watching the guys practice and get into their day, I started to feel a little bit more calm about where we were heading, and I knew they were in a good spot. But the days are cloudy. It's hard for me to separate days. It's hard for me to remember what happened 2 days ago versus what happened 3 days ago. I just know we've been on this quest as a group to go out and perform at the highest level possible, and we've been doing that with a certain energy. I know at the end of each day I am emotionally and physically exhausted because of the investment, and I know that everybody's been sharing that same experience, but somehow, some way, the next day we reload it, enjoy it, and get to work.
Down here in the front.
When you think about your personal journey as a baseball lifer, and all the minor league games, all the teams you played for, all the coaching you've done.
Yeah.
I know this is about the team, but you think about the scrap that you bring and everything, all the knowledge you've learned along the way.
Yeah.
That you're a great fit for them, and the players are a great fit for you as far as that relationship.
Yeah. I want to believe so. I just try to be my true, authentic self every single day. And, yeah, I have to lead the team and sometimes make some tough decisions and have tough conversations. But I wouldn't trade one single piece of my career for how it went that led me to today. And trust me when I say there were some real hardships. There were some very dark days in my career. And we lost 110 games 2 years ago. So for me to sit here and tell you that I wouldn't trade that in, if you told me that I would have this, I'd be coming out the other side of it like this, I would understand why I was having to go through that. I've learned so much about myself, and the things that I really believe in and what I have to do every single day to keep remembering my own personal purpose and the path forward. It was a challenge. But like I said, I wouldn't trade it for one thing in the world, because I've learned so much about what it takes to be the manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks, and I couldn't be more proud to be what I am.
Take two more. Sorry. We'll take two more. John in the back, and then Jack up in the front.
Yes, congrats, Tori.
Thank you.
2 days ago when you got here, you said you didn't come cross country to get your butts kicked. You must have had some level of confidence when you said that. Why? Why did you believe?
I was just trying to recalibrate things and make sure that the team knew that that we were coming here to play our best baseball, and that's been the messaging, and it's been very consistent throughout the course of the year. Today is going to be our finest hour, and I just wanted to make sure that they knew that's how I felt, because I know when I stand up here or sit up here, it's out of my mouth and in their hands on their phones, and I believed it. I said it a couple times as I was kind of getting into the day, and I got a chance to say it in front of you guys, because I meant it. I meant that we were gonna reload, refocus, and even though it was a tough loss in Game 5, we still had a pulse. And when you stay connected the way we have been, you might need subtle reminders, but there are opportunities to kind of go out and do something and start a new day. And that was my mindset.
We'll finish up with Jack.
Tori, Tommy Pham had said something to me one day when I asked him how do the young players maintain such calm and I guess playing, not being intimidated by the moment. Mm-hmm. And his comment was, right out of his mouth, they're prepared by the coaches. It's the coaching staff that's gotten them ready with all the information. You have an all-star coaching staff. So I'd just like you to kind of talk about how you put that staff together and how that all works.
Man, that makes me feel so good when I hear those types of things, because I love my coaches. And it's my job to coach the coaches and stay after them, much in the same as it's Mike Hazen's job to coach me and keep after me. And the way I depend on him, I know they probably depend on me and my messaging. And when you talk about the amount of trust and the faith, that blind faith that they have in me, because I can say some outlandish things or have some crazy ideas, they back me no matter what, and that means more to me than anything. So I am of the mindset that everybody needs direction, everybody needs a push, and everybody wants structure. And it's our job as coaches to never, ever come off of wasting a day and making somebody better. And I'm...
You were just listening to manager Tori Lovullo here with All-Star Corbin Carroll. Corbin, how did it feel to get this team to the World Series?
Sick. Just everything coming down to a Game 7, it was perfect. Right?
They were planning that for a while.
But yeah, just couldn't be more excited. This is a group of guys that we've gotten quite close over the course of this year, and to be able to share it with them, I'm so excited.
Corbin, I remember when you signed your contract, you talked about getting the team to that point. To do it, does it feel like a dream, or what does it feel like?
Yeah, I thought it'd take a couple more years than this, but no, you just can't say enough about this team, this organization, and this group of guys. To go from the place we were 2 years ago to now.
Guys, that's what happens when you're a rookie. They come after the All-Star rookie. Hey, Corbin, real quick, your performance today, what flipped in this series for you to be able to come through in the clutch like you did?
Ball bouncing holes. That's the only difference. Just, you got to chalk it up to baseball, right? Sometimes things won't roll your way, but things roll my way today. Just all I can do is attack tomorrow with the same effort and intensity as I have every other day.
Have you thought about what it means next? More baseball to play, going to the World Series. What's left for this team?
I'm glad we did it. My parents unfortunately couldn't be here today, or my sister, so I'm hoping they make it out to Texas or Arizona and they get to see, their son playing in the World Series.
What would you like to say to your parents and all the Arizona fans watching back home?
To all the fans?
Yeah, what would you like to say to your parents and all the Arizona fans back home?
Sorry, one more time.
What would you like to say to your parents and all the Arizona fans back home?
I'll FaceTime my parents. I'll tell them then, but, Arizona fans, we can't wait to see you. How cool is this? World Series baseball for the first time in, 20 years. So it's going to be unbelievable.
Thanks a lot, Corbin. Appreciate the time, man. Corbin Carroll, what an outing for him, too, today. 3 for 4, 3 big hits, getting on base, stealing bases, 2 runs, and, of course, an RBI. In the biggest moments, guys, your stars have got to perform, and that's what you saw today. The guy who's going to be the cornerstone of this franchise for years to come, carrying them to the World Series. What a day, guys.
This is great. Whether you're into baseball or not, I literally feel like I'm celebrating with the team right now.
And the puffing of the cigar, mid-question, mid-response.
I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as we are bringing it to you, because not only have we gone through this with all of you, Diamondback fans, the trials and tribulations. Think about it. Tori Lovullo just said it. To lose 110 games just a couple of years ago, and now you're going to the World Series. You saw Corbin Carroll. How fitting, Luke, is it that he caught the final out?
It's extremely fitting. And, it's so funny. Throughout the postseason, we were hoping to see him steal more bases and be more active. And he was he actually had a very bad slump I have a stat right here. The first 6 games in the NLCS, he was 3 of 23 at the plate. Game 7, the biggest moment of his life. He's a rookie, remember.
Yeah.
3 of 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, showing up in the big moments. That's what you want your big players to do. Puff the cigar as much as you want. Dump the champagne on him all night long. He deserves it. The entire team deserves it. Incredible run.
And most likely the Rookie of the Year.
Absolutely.
Right there, enjoying that cigar live on 12 News. We're so happy for Corbin Carroll and the rest of the guys.
All right, and you know who else is happy? D-backs fans. We've got Tram Mai. She has been live all afternoon out at a watch party. We're going to send it out live to her to see what the fans are saying. Hey, Tram.
Hey, this watch party was crazy, and luckily because of the Suns game, you still got leftover D-backs fans. Plus, I asked them to wait. So we still have a couple. Bryce, I love your story. Tell me how your dad took you to all the games growing up.
So, yeah, I just remember growing up, my dad took me to so many games, and just hearing him talk about the 0-1 season and the atmosphere downtown, and now finally being able to be in that moment and just live it all. It's
And what was that like the moment they won and this place erupted?
I can't. I started crying. I can't even describe it. It was. I have no words. I'm jumping for joy, and everyone around me. You
got married at his home. Hey guys, what's going on, everyone? Welcome out here live to Philadelphia. You just heard from the manager on the podium. We pulled him aside. I know he's running all over the place, but we got to talk with the skip, Tori. We saw the tears in your eyes after that final pitch. You stood up out of the dugout, looked in the stands. I know you're probably looking at your family. What were the emotions in that moment?
Hard to describe. My family has backed me and stood with me in the dark times, and everybody in Arizona knows what this organization has gone through, and they were the ones that believed in me every single day and never let me have a bad day. And when you come out the other side and the fly ball is getting ready to get caught by your right fielder, it's a wave of emotion. It's just a flush of emotion, and it's probably like, oh my God, we actually did this. We won the pennant. We're bringing that back home to Arizona. We're so proud of that.
To get it done with this team, Tori, I mean, when you look at them celebrating the locker right there, I know you're a kid at heart too, so to see them do that, what comes to mind?
That they deserve it. They deserve this moment. I told them before the champagne got sprayed to drink up this moment. Don't miss an opportunity to share how good you feel collectively and individually, because this is a long journey. It's a total committed effort by everybody. It's a sacrifice by everybody, and the fact that we did this despite some really rugged circumstances, I couldn't be more proud of this group.
Okay, so I thought you guys were a year ahead. How did you pull this off? How did you get these young guys to grow up quickly, the veterans to contribute at the right time, and then to push all the right buttons? How did you do it?
Well, there's 23-year-olds that have been raised in the system in combination with players that have been raised inside the system, and they all know what it means to be an Arizona Diamondback to their core, and they believe in one another, and that's really what it takes. It's a band of brothers that goes out and performs and does what they need to do for the person sitting next to them. And I saw a true example of that today and throughout the course of this entire playoff. So we got one more round to go, and we're going to enjoy it. Like I said to the guys, we're going to be heading east. We're going to make a left at Oklahoma, head straight south to Dallas to play in the World Series. We're really excited about that.
We didn't get a chance to hear your post-game speech. I know you probably dropped some F-bombs. Your mom doesn't like it when you cuss, right?
So that's part of the problem, right? I think I get in trouble because I'm very emotional, and what I think is out of my mouth. I got to do a better job of that. But the F-bombs, I think, got me in trouble, so I tried to G-rate it. It didn't necessarily happen, but it was a good moment for the small club.
How about to see your family? Real quick, you got to thank your wife, right?
Yeah, I do. You know, I got to thank my wife and my 3 kids. They are amazing. Like I said, you guys have backed me through these dark times, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for them. My mom, who texts me and calls me and sends me scouting reports. She's 91 years old, and she loves baseball. So because of her and my dad, this game is in my blood. So I'm so thankful for my family, all the support they've given me.
I remember when you got hired, your dad had just passed away.
Yeah.
What do you think he would say about this, that you led a big league team to the World Series?
World Series. I know I believe in different things, and I know that he's down there smiling at me right now. And all I want to do as a son was make him proud, and hopefully he has a big smile on his face, and he's aware of what's going on. And I firmly believe he had some some sort of a feel to know that something good happened here today for me.
Real quick, I saw the hug with you and Mike. You guys are like a tag team in all this, right? As you go, he goes. What was that moment like with Mike Hayes?
We were embracing it and saying, I can't believe this happened. I can't believe we did this. And yeah, the bond and the connection and the hug is so authentic. Like when we hug, we mean it. Like, you know, your hearts connect in a different way when you work with somebody every single day in and day out. You laugh and you cry, and it's real when you have that moment of celebration.
We're live right here back in Arizona. You got a message for D-back fans. You want to tell them anything?
Hey, we love you, and we couldn't be here without you guys. We know you're out there. We want to earn your trust back. Hopefully we're on the right page. And look you can meet us at the airport if you want to when we come home. We love the support, and we know you'll be out there for the World Series. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
You got more baseball to play.
Yeah.
Do you even think about Texas?
Totally.
You got the scouting report on your desk?
No, we haven't. Mike was talking to me about for 10 seconds earlier today, and I said, look, we got to table that. Let's wait. If we get there, we got a lot of things we can talk about, take care of. But no, like I said, we'll get on that airplane tomorrow. We'll drink this up today, and we'll figure it out another time.
Mike would have the scouting report before the game, right?
Of course. He does everything like he's got to catch a train. He's like on a schedule, like, let's go. Right now, he's got to take it easy. He's going to get on my program today.
We're going to fly to Texas. Tori, congratulations, my friend. Manager Tori Lovullo, guys, back to you in the studio.
That's so awesome.
You got to love Tori Lovullo.
He made it to the World Series, but he still has to hear from Mama about those curse words.
Humble, a great baseball mind, not afraid to take the detractors on. You may remember when he pulled out Brandon Pfaadt. A lot of people didn't agree with him, but he stuck to his guns. And now here he is, 4 wins away from bringing home another World Series to Arizona.
It's incredible, and we've just seen how good of a manager he really is, especially in those big spots. And taking out Merrill Kelly when Kelly didn't want to come out, but he knows his team. He's connected with his team, and like he always has said throughout the entire postseason, a connected team is a dangerous team. Yeah. And they're proving it each and every game.
Okay, so you know what's flying off the shelves right now?
D-backs gear.
D-backs merch, yes. We're going to send it out live to Bianca Bono. She is out at Dick's Sporting Goods, where Bianca, they have some extended hours going on because of this.
They sure do. It is a special occasion, and Dick's Sporting Goods is staying open late tonight. They're opening early tomorrow to accommodate all of these very excited D-backs fans because they are dominating in the desert. What else? It is a party here in Tempe at Dick's Sporting Goods. Take a look at all of this awesome merch already for sale. Fans could not possibly wait until tomorrow. They had to get out here. National League Champions 2023. It looks so good in writing. It is official. And hey, take a look at the sweatshirts to the right. World Series Diamondbacks 2023. Can you believe it? It felt real when we walked in here. But hey, I want to introduce you to a couple of these fans. Joseph and Jay, thank you guys for sticking around to talk to us. You guys came immediately to Dick's Sporting Goods. Tell me what you guys bought.
We bought this T-shirt, World Series shirt, ready to go.
Love it. You already have it on.
Get ready. We got to get ready.
Awesome. You guys have been fans since you were born. You said you live here in the Valley. What was it like watching Game 7? Were you nervous?
Oh, yep. I was nervous. All right. It was nervous, but I knew it was going to happen. I knew we were going to pull through.
You knew. You knew. Oh, my gosh. It was just so amazing. What's been your favorite part of watching this team this season?
Oh, man. They're hitting and they're pitching. They come in clutch at the end. Way to hold it.
Just the young guys, Corbin, Moreno, all the young dudes and the vets, going good.
Why was it important for you guys to come immediately here tonight? You couldn't wait another day for it.
I just had to get it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I was 5 years old the last time they were here, so it's heart pumping.
Wow.
It's heart pumping.
Okay, I have to ask, prediction for the World Series.
We're gonna take it. Yeah, you already know.
No question.
No question. D-backs, how many games? D-backs in?
D-backs in 4.
Okay.
4.
Okay, I love the confidence. Thank you guys so much. We'll give you guys one more look at all of the amazing stuff that you can come get here in Dick's Sporting Goods across the valley. They reopen again tomorrow at 7 o'clock. For now, we'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Hey, Bianca, can I ask you a quick question before you go? Can we get her back or no? Okay, Bianca, what's some of that merch going for? That sweatshirt looked great. What's that going for?
Well, let's see what the sweatshirt is going for over here. $85 for a sweatshirt, oh, wow. $42, $45, $45 for these Fanatics t-shirts. Hey, this is a World Series sweatshirt, Mark. Come on.
I know.
Down here we've got $38 t-shirts.
You know, Bianca, my birthday that you missed last year?
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Send me your size, Mark and Caribe. I'll come back with my hands full.
I was going to say we're gonna Venmo you, and you bring us back some stuff.
Bring us back the merch.
Sure. Yeah.
Well, Ginger was talking about she's been checking the ticket prices, and she said that they've gone up just in the last 20 minutes or so. Ginger, what did you say the cheapest ticket was right now? $6.90. Yeah.
Well, considering it's been a long time. It's been a long time since the World Series come back here to the Valley, and I'm sure they'll only continue to skyrocket.
Yeah.
All right. Now, for those of you who want to go, the World Series is 2-3-2. So the first 2 games in Arlington, Texas. The next 3 back here.
Friday will be the first home game, right?
The first Arizona will be on Monday.
On Monday. Okay.
Yep. And then back to Dallas or Arlington if needed for games 6 and 7. But the D-backs proved that they can win on the road. And honestly, and this may be the fan in me talking, I think they have a better matchup against Texas than they did against the Phillies.
Yeah, I think the Phillies was the toughest matchup for the D-backs, hands down. And knowing that they got past them, I'm not just saying this as a homer. I just think they have the momentum, and I personally think they'll win this thing outright.
I do too.
Yeah.
I really do. All right. We want to go back to Tram Mai, who is hanging out with the fans at Guy Fieri's. And Tram, they're not going anywhere anytime soon, I guess.
Yeah, you know what? It's a long night, but it's well worth it. And can you tell Bianca that I'm a size small? What size are you?
Medium.
Medium. Yeah. We would like to get in our request for some swag over at Dick's Sporting Goods as well. All right, Bryce, we were talking earlier, and then, Tori Lovullo, he kind of trumped us, understandably so. But you were saying that your dad has taken you since you were a little kid. Where's your dad now? How come he's not here celebrating?
I don't know. I told him he should be here. He lives in he's in San Diego right now, so he's watching on his phone. So
yeah, I told him to watch our app. You want to say hi to your dad?
Hi, Dad. Wish you could be here.
Okay, I'm letting you go because I know you have school tomorrow. But thank you so much for staying out late with us. Okay, Catalina, I made you stay out late past your bedtime, too.
I'm out all the time.
Okay, you remember
the Diamondbacks.
You remember 01.
I remember 01. I was here. I walked out of that stadium and watched a World Series happen of the Diamondbacks championship.
It's going to happen again.
It's going to happen again. It's going to happen.
How excited are you?
I'm... Excited is not even the word. Excited is not even the word.
Yeah, no kidding. It's been a long night for you, too, I know.
It has, and it's going to go longer and longer and longer because I am celebrating, and we're going to win, and we're going to take it all the way, and we're going to get another ring.
You have a great night. Hey. Okay. That was the ring finger. Right?
It's a ring. Absolutely the ring.
Okay. All right. Catalina, you have a great night. I want to come over here to Susan. You have been here since opening day.
25 years ago.
What was that like tonight?
Oh, tonight was like a culmination of 25 years of hard work, dedication, and these boys and this city and this state deserve every minute of this.
Did you think that they would go this far?
I hate to say that I didn't, but I'm so glad they proved me wrong.
What was it about them?
They're young. They don't know. They're invincible. They don't know defeat. Yeah. So they just kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting.
And how does this, I know, we haven't started the World Series yet, but how does this compare to back in 01?
Oh, 01 was sad.
Because of 9/11.
Yeah, 9/11, but baseball brought our country together. But it was tough for the Yankees. It was tough to beat them. So this one is pure. There's no tragedy. There's nothing. It's just a win.
It's so great. Yeah. What did you love about this run-up to the World Series?
Oh, these guys, they loved it. They got a taste of the champagne, and now they want it all the way. All the way.
They want it in their mouths and in their eyes.
Yes, they do. They sure
Enough
do.
to drink. Barely.
Oh, that is so wonderful. Thank you so very much. We appreciate it. Bobby, real quick, you were actually watching up from way up top.
Yes, we live up there at the Summit, condos right across the street.
See the lights up there? Yeah, that's where he was watching from. What was that like to see them win?
Well, we're so excited. I mean, the energy, there's so many people that live there that are just huge Diamondback fans. And, you know, I had a chance in 2001 to go. Barkley had invited me, but due to a prior commitment, I couldn't go, so I've never been to the World Series. So we're going Monday and Tuesday for
You're
sure.
going Monday and Tuesday?
We're in. We're going. We're excited about it. Go D-backs.
All right, have a beer for me. Thanks, Bobby. I appreciate it. All right, we still have, I don't know, dozens more people here. They're going to stay and watch the Suns game, and they're still soaking in the big win from the D-backs. That's going to do it from here from Guy Fieri's. Now over to Cam. Hey, Cam.
Hey, Trent, what's going on? I forgot the Suns were even playing. What a night for Arizona sports as we moved our coverage of the D-backs going on to the World Series. Out here on the field where kind of the family and friends section is right now. And standing next to me is Tori Lovullo's son, Nick Lovullo. Nick, first of all, congratulations. You just got married, right? Your dad somewhat missed the wedding, right?
Yep. Yeah, he did. For good reason, though. You know, all our parents weren't there, but got married over in Europe. Me and my beautiful wife, Taryn. And we flew back in yesterday, got here right around game time, and we're able to see the D-backs win Game 6 and 7. Now they're going to the World Series.
So, Nick, I know Tori always talks about family, but you're technically on your honeymoon, right? You had to rearrange everything to come be here for this moment, right?
Yep, this is the end of our honeymoon. Unexpected. You know, we were in Europe, went to Italy, Greece. We didn't think that Philadelphia was going to be incorporated into our honeymoon, but, yeah, you know, we're here and couldn't be happier. Couldn't be happier for
you want some spots, I tell you where to go get a cheesesteak. You visit Independence Hall. I got some things that maybe could help. Nick, we've kind of seen you kind of grow up here a little bit, and you and your dad have such a great relationship. What's it like to see him lead a team to a World Series?
It's honestly kind of surreal right now. It hasn't really sunk in, but I'm just so happy for him and so proud of him. I would have been proud of him no matter what happened tonight. And I've seen how hard he's worked and how hard the team has worked the last few years. And, yeah, just very proud and can't wait to celebrate with him later.
I can hear in your voice it makes you a little emotional. Take us behind the curtain. Just what's it, you know, this team has been through some tough times, and then they're back on top once again because of your dad.
Yeah, I think it's a testament to just him and their entire organization's philosophy of just never giving up and trusting the process and sticking with each other and believing each other in hard times and knowing that good times are always just right around the corner.
He always stays positive, kind of that Ted Lasso approach, right? Exactly. I know you want to get into coaching too as well. You know, I remember a couple spring trainings ago, you and him got to bring out the lineup card when you were working for the Cubs, and he was managing a game. Y'all got to stand on home plate together. Just what kind of advice has he given you in your life, and what kind of an inspiration is your dad to you?
Yeah, I mean, our relationship goes so much further than just on the field. You know, whether I have a question about my tires leaking or if I need something hung up on our wall, like, oh, he's always the guy I go to, you know.
So baseball manager is still dad, right?
Oh, yeah, he's dad first to me, and then, you know, it helps too because I'm, you know, inspiring coach in the professional game as well, and just having any questions, you know, like I said, on the field or off the field, just having him and knowing he's always there for me and he's going to be there for me no matter what.
Let's get here on this. I know you caddied for him a few times at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Are you a better golfer than him now?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Congratulations on finally beating Dad.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Guys, we'll have much more. We're going to go around the family section here, see who we can talk to, bring you more coverage right here on 12 News. Guys, back to you.
All right, Cam, great stuff out there with Tori Lovullo's son, Nick. And, boy, the ultimate wedding gift is to see your dad win the pennant after so many dark days, which Tori himself talked about, and to turn around with a young team, a young upstart team that came together. Why? For him. Those guys, I mean, it's an overused expression in sports, I know, Luke, that they would run through a wall for him. But I honestly believe that. These guys all believed in Tori's message.
And you can feel that when you see Tori talk. He's so thoughtful and intricate with his words, and you know he's very genuine and authentic and tells it how it is. And I think the players gravitate towards that, and you can see the respect they have for their manager and vice versa. And it can take you a long way, clearly evident
Yeah.
by what this team has done so far in the postseason.
And in the press conference of Tori Lovullo, one of the reporters alluded to this, how steady the team was.
Yeah.
It was like very controlled. And despite the fact that they were advancing, and the nerves didn't seem to really set in, they just seemed so confident, despite the fact that they're such a young team.
Especially when they were down early in the series against the Phillies. He knows better than anyone else the team, and he knows the players on that team, and he has the belief in the no wherewithal, I should say, that they can bounce back, and they did. I mean, he has a grip on this team, and they believe in him.
Let me ask you, I know we've got some more sound from players coming up, but isn't it amazing the way baseball is a uniter of generations? I mean, we saw the young man that Tram was talking to, and that he remembers his dad taking him to the 2001 World Series and how he wishes his dad was with him tonight. And then you have Nick and Tori Lovullo.
Yeah.
Baseball also uniting and joining generations.
No, it's pretty amazing. That's the beauty of sports, right? How they bring so many people together, especially baseball. It's America's pastime. There's so much tradition involved with this sport. And I remember going to the World Series 2001 when I was a little boy with my dad. So not quite the same as the Lovullo family, but just to relate to that, it's a special thing how it brings so many people together. And they're back again. It's incredible.
When my son was very small, he went to Game 7 of the World Series at Chase Field. I think it was Bank One Ballpark back then. And he went with my father-in-law. And I remember running out on the field. And the first thing I did, all the players are jumping around. They hadn't even gone in the clubhouse yet. And I was just trying to find my son to make eye contact with him. And because it was one of those, it unites generations. And it was just so special.
And memories that you always hold on to, right?
Yeah.
Forever and ever, especially if you're involved in a situation like that. And we have more sound actually from some key players on this roster, and Tommy Pham and Zach Gallen.
Tonight it was Corbin's night, and the funny thing is, on the elevator, I told him he was going to help us win tonight. You know, so yesterday it was another guy, the day before another guy, so that's what's special about it right now.
I'm going to enjoy this right here, like Tori says. We're going to enjoy this for the night, enjoy the champagne, enjoy the burning of my eyes, and then tomorrow that'll set in and I'll be back to business.
We didn't bring goggles.
I have goggles, but they're too loose. They're not fitting. My head's small, so it didn't work.
It didn't work. And Luke, you've talked about this, how this was a kind of unlikely scenario for the D-backs. At what point during the regular season did you see anything that would have been kind of like a clue that this could happen?
I think right near the end of the regular season, because they had such an up and down year. They started the year off so hot. They were leading the NL West for a long time at the All-Star break, and you're feeling really good. Then they had that big slump, and really the whole sports department, we thought the season was over. But then once they started to show that fight near the very end of the season, squeak into the playoffs, and then the Brewers, when they get that first win on the road in the wild card series, we started to think, okay, maybe this team really can pull something off special. We didn't think they'd beat the Dodgers. They swept them. And then I think just the beginning of the postseason on was when we really started to realize that this team was something special, or they had it in them to achieve what I like to say, the impossible.
And unlikely performances from unexpected players. You just mentioned Pfaadt. Brandon Pfaadt loses against the Brewers. He admitted he had butterflies. But then he comes back against the Dodgers and dominates. And then he comes back against the Phillies and dominates.
It's incredible. He actually, a statistic right here, he has 22 postseason strikeouts, which ranks third in Diamondbacks history as a rookie, only behind Curt Schilling and Randy Johnson. So what this young kid is doing on the biggest stage, I think we talked about this off camera. The mental fortitude you must have as a pro athlete in those big spots, especially as a rookie, to be able to contain that emotion and be able to deliver, it's ultimate respect to those athletes, because I think that's the most critical part of the game. And at a young age to do that, that's the most impressive part.
Perfect combination of young players, maybe not knowing fear because they're so young. Maybe not.
Kind of like the ignorance is bliss type of thing,
Yes,
a little bit, right? Where you're just kind of like, well, I'm just doing this. And I mean, sometimes that's great, right?
It is, absolutely. And we actually have sound from Pfaadt and Ginkel themselves.
What makes this team so special?
I think the chemistry. It's a different type of chemistry. We got young players, we got veterans, and we're all coming together and showing what we're about.
It's crazy. I'm
just so happy. You know, it's an opportunity, and hopefully I'm making U of A and the state of Arizona proud. We had a 3% chance to make the playoffs before the postseason, or before the regular season started, and now here we are, and we're in the ship. We're in the World Championship, so I'm excited.
Yeah, take a look at this video. Oh, wow. Love that moment there. This was the scene out at Zips Sports Grill. This was out in Tempe there during that final out. As you can see there, that crowd, they're just erupting there in just pure joy and excitement. I saw a kiss there even. Yeah, that was the scene pretty much anywhere where folks were watching the D-backs game tonight. Now, there were also people celebrating out in Guadalupe. Take a look at that. Cars driving down with flags waving. I'm sure some honks. We actually heard that here in downtown Phoenix. People, did you hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Outside the studio, yes, people were honking away and yelling and celebrating. D-backs making it to the World Series.
Sometimes in the midst of the day-to-day grind that we all go through, no matter what you do, and you're dealing with things that are tough, family situations, work situations, it's nice to have something that you can all cheer for together.
Yeah.
A good thing. And this is certainly a good thing. We're going to go back to Tram Mai, who is live at Guy Fieri's. And Tram, you saw it yourself tonight. People love having something to latch onto and pull for, and especially when that thing is an underdog that has overachieved to a great extent.
Yeah, this was such a monumental night for so many people. I mean, people were getting emotional. They were getting teary. Beers and cups were flying up in the air. Mike, I mean, you saw it. Mike, I want to introduce you to Mike. He may look familiar to you because he's Vanessa's co-part during the Diamondbacks games for 17 years. You guys started it all practically. Okay, what was that like for you guys?
It was incredible. We had over 500 fans here, and I mean, everybody was just losing their minds, and it's an incredible moment, and hopefully we get to do it again and celebrate maybe here at Chase Field, but at the very least we'll be celebrating hopefully with our fellow D-backs fans soon.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay, and you guys were actually giving out prizes during every commercial.
Yeah. Every 3 outs, we had so many fans here. Everybody got a raffle ticket, and we gave out autographed items. We even gave out not 1, but 2 pairs of tickets to the World Series to fans.
Whoa.
That, I mean, they're going to be here. They're going to be here on Monday.
Wow,
yeah.
That's impressive. And I love how during the last commercial break, you did not want to say, you were superstitious. You didn't want to say too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's baseball. There's a lot of superstition in baseball. You don't step on the foul lines. We didn't want to do anything like that where, you know, maybe we talked about that thing that might happen, wink, wink, that, you know, so we didn't want to make anybody uncomfortable by being, you know, respect to superstition.
Well, hey, you know what? We're going to do it. We're going to take it all the way, win the World Series.
I hope so. Let's go.
Second time.
Let's go. Let's do it again.
Thank you so much. I know you're packed, ready to go. Go home to your beautiful baby girl. All right. I'm getting word that Cam has a great interview. Cam, we'll toss it back out to you live in Philly.
Hey, Tram, yes, welcome back out here to Philly. Standing with me now is D-backs first baseman Christian Walker. And Christian, I was just listening to the fans, and they said job ain't done, got 4 more to go. You just said that before we started this. What's feeling like? You guys are going to the World Series, man.
Yeah, this is so special. To do it with this group, I'm so proud of these guys. Honored to be a part of it. You know, to be able to do something like this for the city, for the fans, for each other. Top to bottom, it's so exciting.
And I know you like to stay calm a little bit, but did you find yourself maybe more emotional in this moment than you thought you'd be?
Yeah, for sure. You know, it's one thing to celebrate with your teammates and see it on everybody's faces, but coming back out here and, you know, seeing my wife and my mom and getting to spend it with some family, it's just really special.
What did they tell you?
Oh man, they've been a part of a lot of this baseball stuff over the years, and you know, talk about my support staff. I couldn't do it without them. You know, my wife is my anchor. My mom, getting to see her in Philly and do it here, it feels full circle for sure.
You grew up not too far away from this ballpark. You know what these fans are like, and you know what you guys just did, taking 2 here to go to the World Series, right?
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a real challenge. You know, as far as postseason and playoff sports go, you know, to come back here and earn 2 wins here in this stadium. You know, the credit to the Phillies. That team is so much fun to compete against. You know, you saw it in the game tonight with the lead change back and forth. But But yeah, to be able to go out with my guys and pull off a win like that, it was a lot of fun.
So what are you most proud of from today's game? You had Corbin stepping up to it well, Brandon another solid out, the bullpen holding it down. What comes to mind when you think of what you did today in the game?
Yeah, I think that was a great representation of who we are. Corbin throwing out 3 hits like that, or
stealing bases again.
Yeah, running. Getting RBIs for us, scoring runs. The whole thing. The bullpen was lights out on the back end. You can't win postseason games without that anchor on the back end, and fortunately they held that lead for us.
Christian, your journey is interesting. They traded away Goldie and gave you the job after that in 2019. And I know you've been waiting a long time for this opportunity and to win Gold Gloves, to hit, be that power hitting first baseman, to be that guy to anchor this team. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's an honor, to stick around and to keep getting opportunities to take on a leadership role in this organization and. Just try to be a role model as much as I can. It's nothing but trust and good faith from the staff. They put this team together with a purpose and with an intent, and to come out and be able to make everybody proud is awesome.
Be real with me. Did you really think y'all could get to this point?
Hey, man, we knew it. We knew it. We understand how everything has to happen at a good time and how much good things need to happen, but we knew it was in there for sure.
I heard Mike Hayes is walking around with the Texas scouting report already. Do you even think about game 1 yet, or where's your mindset now?
Yeah, no, it's about another hour celebrating, but we turned the page and like we said in the beginning, it ain't over yet.
Real quick, your mom has been famous for when you guys come to Philly, she usually brings pasta, meatballs, her famous meatballs too as well, that I think one time helped you get out of a slump. Did she cook for the team at all while you guys were here?
Not here. I think going to Texas though, we may need to put an emergency order, but it was all focused on the games for this series.
Get out here on this. Any message to Arizona fans that are watching live back in AZ?
No, we appreciate the support. We couldn't have done without you guys. We need to bring that energy for those 3 games back in Arizona. It's go time.
We'll see you Friday in Dallas. Christian, thanks again for the time, buddy. Appreciate it. Guys, back to you in the studio. We'll have much more from here in Philly as the D-backs moving on to the World Series.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I loved what Tori Lovullo said when Cam was talking to him live in the clubhouse. He said, we're going to be flying west, and then we're going to take a hard left and head to Texas.
Yeah, I saw that. I love that. Okay, so now that the D-backs are in the World Series, we want to take a walk down memory lane.
We're taking it back to 1995 when Major League Baseball announced that a team would be coming to the Valley. 12 News journalist William Pitts is here to get you up to speed on the Snakes and their history.
It all started with a park named Bob. Bank One Ballpark, the new home of the new Arizona Diamondbacks.
Both very pleased about that.
And Jerry Colangelo, the godfather of Arizona sports, secured the expansion team and got the stadium built. 50,000 seats, 3 levels, and a built-in pool because it's Arizona. And it's also fully air-conditioned, again, because Arizona.
Game start today.
Bob gave us Baxter, the Bobcat, the team's mascot, which, after the stadium changed its name to Chase Field, doesn't really make sense anymore. And the mascot is a cat instead of a snake. But the Suns have a gorilla, so whatever. When Bob opened in 1998, the place sold out in a couple hours, and that was before you could buy tickets online. 50,179 people came to the stadium and watched the brand new Arizona Diamondbacks lose 9-2. But 3 years later, they would pull off what's basically a miracle for a major sports team in Arizona, a world championship.
Into the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for the Diamondbacks. On delivery. And a little blooper. Base hit! Diamondbacks win! They're the world champions! Gonzalez did it!
And that, sadly, would be the only World Series win so far. The D-backs are also infamous for something else. You've heard of a murder of crows? Yeah, Hall of Fame pitcher Randy Johnson was going for the strike and struck.
And the one thing they always want to know, out of the 22 years that I've always played the game, what about that bird?
But now we're in the playoffs again. Here's who to watch for. Corbin Carroll, he's a center fielder and Cam Cox's bet for National League Rookie of the Year. Zach Gallen, pitcher. In 2022, he pitched the equivalent of 5 games without allowing a run. And Lourdes Gurriel Jr., he plays left field, he's from Cuba, and you can find him by his purple hair. Also, he's really good at baseball. So that's the team. We have 1 Hall of Famer, 1 World Series trophy, a mascot that's not a snake, a pigeon that people still talk about, and for the last 27 years, they've been part of our community, with fans that love every air-conditioned blade of grass and every player that makes them happy. That's our team. William Pitts, 12 News.
All right, Will, thank you. Okay, we want to go over some info one more time. Select Dick's Sporting Goods stores are extending their hours, and they're going to stay open until midnight tonight. They're also going to open early tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. The store locations on your screen right there are the ones that will be participating, so they are ready for you to get all of your NLCS championship gear as well as that World Series merch. But bring your credit card, because Bianca told us a sweatshirt, $85.
But it doesn't happen every day, so
yeah,
maybe
true.
time to splurge. World Series tickets available right now. Chase Field will host games on October 30th and 31st and November 1st if needed. At last check, the cheapest seats available were going for $500, but that has surely by now gone up even higher. You can buy tickets right now at dbacks.com/postseason. And boy, we are sitting on the doorstep of an exciting, I mean, it's just unbelievable as we sit here tonight that there are 4 wins away from bringing home another World Series championship.
Just pinch yourself a little bit.
I know.
Is that real life? It's incredible. It's been such a fun run, and they've knocked off the Goliaths and the Dodgers and the Phillies. They just got one more in the Rangers. I know they have an excellent offense. They've scored 20 runs in the past 2 games, but this D-backs team, they seem to have a hero every single game, a different hero every time, and I'm excited to see these pitching matchups and the rookies and the youngins doing their thing.
Yeah, and you're going to be heading out there, right?
I'm heading to Texas on Thursday, and I'll be joining Cam and the rest of the crew down there. I am just so excited to be a part of this again. Yeah. It's just unbelievable. Look, I know it sounds corny, but I'm really, really happy for the state of Arizona.
Oh, for sure.
We have seen a lot of bad baseball, and now good baseball is backed by a team of really, really embraceable people.
Okay, well,
Tori Lovullo on down.
Yeah, so don't go anywhere. Right after the commercial break, we're coming right back for 12 News at 10 with more continuing coverage of the D-backs going to the World Series. We'll be right back.